Hello, lovelies. Welcome to this week's crystal forecast. I totally forgot to look at the date, so I have no idea what my dates are, but I think I'm on the 19th to the 26th. So this is the forecast for that time period. This will be my last forecast done in Victoria, BC for a good couple of months. I'm going to be traveling down California. I'm going to some festivals and basically just traveling and meeting people, seeing people, experiencing the world. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be doing a travel log on the day that I leave. I'm going to start doing the travel log. And just so you know, I'm going to keep trying to do these videos for the time that I'm traveling. I really enjoy doing them. Really interesting. I learn a lot. So, yeah, I really like my hat. Anyways, we're going to get to the crystal forecast now. Today we pulled two cards, selenite and Botswana agate. So I'm going to go one card at a time. I have a feeling the messages will be brief, but still it'll be a good message for us. So we're going to start with Botswana agate, about breathing. It's a lot of energies that are going to be happening are going to be this week are going to be ungrounding us, wanting to take us away. We are going to want to be taken away. So this card is coming as a reminder to breathe, to stay in our bodies. The most potent work that we can do is when we are inside our bodies, not when we are floating away somewhere else in different dimensions. And there's a difference between being grounded and being present, and so that is coming up right now. Being present is really important because we can actually we can not react, but we can respond to situations that are around us when we're present, and when we're not grounded, we're more reactionary. Things are changing, shifting, moving quickly, and we don't really process it. It happens when we're up here, it happens, it's an experience. It has a more that dissociative kind of behavior. And so this card is coming to talk about breathing deep inside of our body, bringing our presence into our body, bringing our presence into the bottom of our feet and into every interaction that we have throughout our days, because that's when we're going to be receiving the most potent energy shifts and giving the most potent energy shifts. It's not ever a one-sided thing in any relationship, and if that is, it's not natural. I totally just lost my selenite card, by the way. Blew away in the wind. Anyways, it's not really natural. So it's just coming into the body, being aware of the body, bringing more of that here so that your light can actually shine a lot more. Because that's what this is about. When you are present, your light it's like a fire, it's a flame. But when you're not present and you have that ungrounded feeling, your light gets diminished because it's not having the chance to respond to things, and instead you're reacting from a different place. Usually those reactions come from our wounded egos, those egos that don't really serve us anymore. They're patterns that we enact over and over and over again, but because we're not present, we're not able to catch it, if that makes sense. And that card leads right into selenite, and I'm just going to leave the card on the floor right now. But selenite is there because it's about the connection to the divine above us. It's the connection to our intuition and to the guides that work with us. And as we are breathing deep, deep down into the depths of our belly, deep down into our feet, and feeling our feet, feeling our body, paying attention to our body, as we are doing all of this, what happens is spiritual guidance comes through us even quicker and faster and more instantaneously. We have an access point that just happens because we are so present inside our body, and we are paying attention to what our body is telling us. When there is something that hurts, breathing into it and seeing, asking it questions and saying to it, what's going on right now? How are you feeling? What's the root of this problem? And allowing those answers to surface instead of forcing answers to surface. This we are stepping into a time where nothing can be forced, it all needs to be allowed. And that's why we're coming to an age where setting intention is really important, taking steps to manifest the intention, but also allowing those steps to form before you take them, instead of doing the forcing that we are so used to having to do. For so many years, that's what we were trained to do. We need to force, we need to go to school, we need to do things we don't really like because we need to do this. It's not about that anymore. It's about the allowing. It's about the ease of life, about the fulfillment of life, which is what I believe and what we believe, we being my guys, believe that the purpose of the planet was for us to come onto the planet and enjoy ourselves. We weren't meant to go through hell. We were meant to live in a place where we had ease of abundance and fulfillment and all of these other things. And so that's where the breathing comes in, because it's allowing us and creating space within us and within our lives to actually manifest those feelings that we desire, especially inside the new paradigm that we are creating right now, that we have the great grace of actually manifesting into reality right now. The cards are done, so we're going to go into the crystals. So I just chose my crystal. Let's see what he has to say. This week it's really important to be paying attention to our bodies. Again, it's coming through, paying attention to our bodies, to what we're being told via our body, to what our feet are feeling, what our hands are feeling, what our heads are feeling, our necks, our shoulders, backs. Every part of us is telling us something. Our body is this huge transmitter. It's this huge channel, and we can put things inside of it, and we can have things come outside of it, depending on what we put inside of it. The way that I'm seeing it is, I'm seeing that our bodies are these fabulous cars, and they get designed, and they have different colors, and some people put sparkly rims on, and some people paint their car pink glitter, and some people paint it with just black, and it's smooth, and it's all just in place. And those are our bodies, right? But depending what we put into our bodies, it depends what comes out of our bodies. And so that's why it's important to pay attention. It's like when you're driving your car, you pay attention to what's going on with the car. If it sounds funny, you take a look at it, you stop the car, take a look at it, and you're just like, well, that doesn't work well, right? But for some reason inside our society, we've been taught to take better care of our cars than we have our bodies. When there's something wrong with our bodies, well, the majority of us will just go, oh, note, keep going, until we have time to look at it. But we don't normally have time to look at it until it turns into something that's big, when it could have been rectified maybe when we first noticed it. When we first noticed it, it could have been something as simple as our body was asking us to eat an avocado, because the avocado is going to have the fats that are essential to repairing this problem. But because we didn't, it developed into something totally different. So just really paying attention to that, using the breath to connect in with that is really, really important. This week is also about stepping into our power, and the more present that we are, the more we can step into our power. And so we're going to find lots of times, I'm feeling like there are lots of things falling away from us at this time, and it's about allowing that falling away to happen. And stepping into your power is not about action per se. It's about receiving as well. It's about staying where you are, using your witnessing what is happening, and using your wisdom to respond to that. It's a centeredness, it's a sureness about yourself. And so trying to bring that into manifestation inside of your life this week would be really important. And as everything falls away, you'll find that you more often just want to sit in your presence and witness what is happening, so that you can best respond to it, because you'll find that your life flows better, flows more in alignment with what you need and what you want and what you desire. And on a special note, for the solstice that is coming up for this week, happy solstice, enjoy it, celebrate it. The crystal is saying, take some time to meditate and to feel the switch of the energies, because there is a switch that is happening, and it will be strong for many of you. And so just taking some time to, when you wake up, to just assimilate what those energies are, to feel into them, to get a general idea of how the energies are working that day would be really, really beneficial, because then you'll be able to sense in the flow of where you best be for the best receiving of those energies and releasing of the energies that no longer serve you. So lots of the typical activities like dancing, getting together in communities and groups, potlucks, things like that. Really, really awesome to do on the solstice. And recognizing that the shift in the energies is going to be between the masculine and the feminine. It's not to say that the feminine is stepping out of power, but it's to say that the masculine is going to shift its view of the feminine. And in turn, the feminine will shift its view of the feminine. So there's going to be shifts in how people view the feminine and the masculine on that day. There's going to be a lot of shifting on that. That's a new energy that's coming in, because we want to be empowered, and now those energies are coming in that will allow us to be empowered as each gender, not just women, but each gender needs to be empowered, and they work with each other. As one gets more empowered, the other gets more empowered. And we have to keep remembering that we're here to help each other be empowered. We're not here to take people's power. And so paying attention to those instances as well inside your life for this week of how you might take people's power, or your power might be taken by other people's, and seeing what those instances are so that you can claim back your power, and you can say, no, I don't want to give you my power. I want to stay in my power. This is not a time to be giving away your power to anyone. And it's really, really important that you stay in your power, stay centered, and learn that when you are, you don't have to. You can take a step back from that. You can say, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with this right now. And then sit with it and see, is there a way that I can work this situation where I'm not giving away my power because I want to be empowered? And when you're giving away your power to other people, you're not empowering other people. You're just, basically, you're aiding whatever they are doing. If they feel like they need to take people's power, they're not in a healthy place. They're usually called a psychic vampire or some other type of person like that. They usually are quite wounded. They usually need a lot of healing work, and that's fine, but you can work with a person and not give them your power. This doesn't help anybody. And so with loving and gentle kindness this week, make your actions, breathe into your heart, and just release it all. And just know that as soon as you can feel your heart, you are in your heart, and everything is coming from that place. So have a great week. Bye. Okay, good?